If you want to dominate in Age of Empire Mobile, there is one thing you have to know. You have to learn from other people's mistakes. Like this, you're not going to miss opportunities, you're not going to spend resources, and you're not going to waste time. I make some mistakes early on, but today I'm giving you 10 mistakes or 10 things I wish I was knowing back in the days, so you can avoid them and get ahead of rest of the players. If this thing is going to help you, make sure you hit one like, subscribe to this channel for more Age of Empire mobile content, and also write in the comment what is your biggest mistake in Age of Empire Mobile. Have you ever feel that you're always out of the resources when the biggest events come, when the biggest rewards are coming in the game? Well, maybe one of the mistakes you actually make is not saving. And believe it or not, saving is a key in Age of Empire Mobile. And of course, if you're a free-to-play player, most likely you're not going to spend that much because you're just not going to have that much. But by saving, you're going to be able to compete with many players. And I mean, for example, there's events after 2 months. Prepare for this event, save everything. Like this, you're going to have the best shot you can actually have in the game to achieve and get some juicy rewards from the specific event. Also, it's same for the resources, like for example for the heroes. Now, if you go for the heroes, build one strong legion and start saving. At some point, a new star is going to arrive in Age of Empire Mobile. By new star, I mean new hero is going to be presented, or a couple new heroes that are building pretty decent legion, and then you're going to have everything to start up these heroes, to get these heroes. It's important, the saving. This is the key for free-to-play players, for mid-spenders, even sometimes mid-spenders. Okay, whoa, mid-spenders and free-to-play, because whales, well, they can throw money on the screen and they're going to get pretty decent advantage, but gathering ahead from them, gathering resources, and when the time comes, strike, just going to give you the best opportunity to actually rank in the events. And by saving, what I mean, this is your Imperial coin, this is the currency of this game. What else? This is also the speed ups, if you have some good amount of speed ups. Also resources. Now, believe it or not, resources is also something that I end up couple of times not having resources, but having tons of speed ups. Which is crazy. I mean, you know, when you level up your castle, you get some extra bonuses here and there. This is one-time bonuses, but just in the normal day-to-day play, you get some good amount of speed ups that you can use, and you may end up with no resources. And especially when you do some push for specific event, you're definitely going to need a lot of resources. People, most of the time, I see the a mistake they're making. They're just, you know, collecting speed ups. Everything is calculated by speed ups, and at the end of the day, they end up with no resources. And thinking to have multiple strong legions is the way? Well, not really. And here's why a strategy over focusing on a single troop is going to work. Again, this is in your long-term progression. If you want to be a marksman, well, believe it or not, Mulan, even if you get her, if you buy her, this is one of the ways. But if you get one hero, you see one beautiful legion, you want to be with this legion. It can be Miyamoto, it can be Mulan, it can be Richard I, it can be whatever. It can be Wu Bu. Currently, for free-to-play players, I think Wu Bu is the best option. But you see specific hero, is going to cost you so much time, so don't spread the rest of your resources, because I see one comment that suggests you can go and basically start up each of these heroes. Now, if there is a free medals, like for example Darius the Great, this is from your explorational missions, you get basically tokens for free for this guy, so it's completely fine. But going for heroes that is, for example, Guan Ui, he's free-to-play player, by the way, but don't invest in this type of hero. Just build one absolutely crazy legion, make him like 5-star, and 590 medals is to make one hero 5-star. This is so much medals. Currently I have like 120. Imagine 500 and something. So it's not that easy, but this is the way, even for mid-spenders. Yeah, I'm going to repeat that. Even for mid-spenders, it's just better to go with one troop, make this legion absolutely strong, absolutely crazy, and then you can actually think about the second legion, but keep in mind that maybe in the future is going to arrive some crazy hero, some crazy combination, where you're going to also need resources. So you have to keep this thing in mind for the future. And let's be honest, at some point, everything here, as a troop, you're going to be tier 7. At some point, you're going to be tier 7. So, investing in this type of stuffs, this is one of the mistakes I also make. I'm going to talk about the researches, but yeah, heroes is in the center. At one point, you're going to finish your buildings, you're going to finish researches. It's just only going to be the heroes. And of course, the rings, but we're going to also talk about the rings. I make a mistake early on, and even though that this mistake was not a game changer, it's not something that is going to break your castle, I still till this day actually regret. And I'm talking about actually getting Muan and investing also in Miyamoto. These two heroes is of course pay to win heroes. Okay, not actually pay to win. You can basically with really low amount of money you can get Muan. And you can get Miyamoto. All these heroes can actually be started up with universal medals, so it's not something that I spent so much money over these heroes, but I actually focus over two heroes. And if I have to bring the time back, maybe I'm not going to invest in Miyamoto and maybe make a 5-star Muan. I think this is the better strategy to go for. And keep in mind that Muan and Miyamoto is the most cheap heroes. It may sound strange, but if you want to go and try to spend, for example, for Trip Huana, you want to spend over this hero, well, you have to spin this legendary advent. So what is the chance you actually get enough medals for Trip Huana? On the other side, you buy the bundle for Miyamoto, you get for sure Miyamoto tokens. You buy the bundle for Muan, you get Muan. So on one point, this is actually a cheap heroes. If you're an investor and you want to get these heroes fast, it's just going to be way more fast and way more cheap to go for these heroes. But I make a mistake and actually split between these two heroes. If I can again bring back the time back, I am going to go just for Muan. I think Muan right now, the marksman is very dominating. Even though with Wu Bu right now, which is a cavalry, is eating marksmans for breakfast, so I'm not so sure. And Muan is a free-to-play player hero, not Muan, Wu Bu. So every person can actually have Wubu. Not everybody can have Muan and Miyamoto, but every person is going to have Wubu. So this actually brings some concerns in my head. They actually go for Muan, but yeah, the mistake here is I actually focus over two heroes and not two heroes for spending, and not just on one and make him extremely strong. And right now I'm going to tell you something that I think I did the right way, but I see some people, in my personal opinion, let me know in the comments, do you think also the same way? And this is about the gathering. Now, obviously, going out with the gathering heroes is going to gather some resources, but I'm talking more about also the research part. Since I actually go for the economy tower tree and I build up till I get this research speed 2 and building speed 2, here I get some gathering extra. But in general, my point here is some people are suggesting going only for military. But here is the thing, if you go only for military, by the way, I think I'm going to be able to open the senior swordsman soon. If you go only for military, you're just wasting so much speed ups, because from the reduction of the speed, for example, here research speed is like 7.5. I think the first one was something like, I don't remember. It was something like 5%. Yeah, it's 5%, so it's like 12 point something. But this is 12 point something percent, 12.5% reduction of the total time. And when you start facing some some researchers that are like 7 days, and this is on half, so in total it's something like 14 days before this thing, and this is from level 2 to level 3, which is going to open me the senior swordsman. I'm going to be able to go for them, but in general, everything that can reduce your time for researches is better. So I think economy tower tree is something that you should go, especially for the research speeds. And there is not that much fights in general. I mean, you just need some legions to go outside and actually kill the tribes. or from explorational mission to kill the big guy. Even though I make a strategy about the big guy, because you know my allegiance is not that developed, and for the big guy I just sent like 5 legions, military legions. Of course not all are well builded, but the only thing that is going to cost me is going to be troops that I have to heal. I don't get any deaths. So I sent 5, 2 from them die. I resend this I resend these 2 troops, 2 legions, and like this I kill it. Even though that it can be extremely strong, I still managed to defeat it, and for now there was no issue so far. So this is the strategy I do for the hard explorational mission troops. About the PvP, well, there is not that much PvP, let's be honest. I mean, there is not that much PvP so far. So I think just going over economy tower tree is just the way to go. You're just going to get more benefits, you're going to build more faster, you're going to research more faster, and this is definitely going to help you in your progress. Now let's talk about the forging. I was thinking going for epic gear is just going to be, you know, something like a steps in the game, but I was so wrong. And what I mean by that is, in the forging you just get so many of this legendary blueprint. I was thinking something extremely rare, but that was not the case. You can get tons of this, okay, not tons, it's still rare, let's be honest, but you can definitely get a lot of these blueprints, legendary blueprints. In the same time, even if you finish them, you still have this one, which is random blueprint, that can still give you legendary gear. It's absolutely pointless to go for this type of gear, for example, cavalry or swordsman or whatever. This type, I have like 126, I'm sure most of the people have tons of this, and I have 3 more, and I'm not spender, just to say. I have like 4 that is forging right now. I don't say I'm not spender, I didn't spend back in the days. I spent, obviously, since I have the final the final forging spot open, but in general they give you enough opportunity to get a lot of these legendary blueprints, which is absolutely great. And you can just go for legendary blueprint or a random blueprint if you don't have legendary blueprint. I think this is something that I wish I actually know, because it's just going to save me a lot of time. And if you research something, if you go for something that you're not going to need, it's just consuming time. It's just consuming time. And if you do it like 2 weeks, you basically lose 2 weeks of researching or forging a legendary gear. And I think this is also a mistake and something that is actually good people to know. And let's talk about the rings. Well, rings is something that if you might make one mistake there, you can go back with months, ladies and gentlemen. Just because this is something that is extremely slow to be gathered. These emblems, this thing here is a Jewel mark, is so slow to be gathered. Now right now there is a collection, I can buy everything right now, but I'm still waiting to see maybe the new heroes that is going to be present in the game, so I can actually make an educated decision should I actually spend over some of these legendary rings. Now some of the rings are universal, some of them are for specific troop. For now I just focus over this one because they are cheap and you can actually put many of them. You can get this one, for example. What was the spell? Increase the critical strike rating by some percentage. Even though it's a strange, but the critical strike have a limit, and this is 75%. After 75%, you cannot have 100% critical rate, which is a little strange, but it is what it is. Here we have surprise attack, deals strategy damage to the troop. I mean, you can definitely put some rings over your heroes, but currently I'm just waiting. I'm still waiting because this thing is hard to get. It's hard to get. Let me know in the comments which rings you actually buy and why. This is also some good point that we can also talk about. Here is obviously going to be Caesar in the battle pass, but this is topic for other video. So far I think people know that the Caesar is the meta, let's say the meta, even though I'm not actually playing with this hero. And let's talk about the skills, the hero skills. The more fast you open a hero skill, the more you're going to receive the benefits from this hero skill. And I can actually give you Diu-chan that currently... Do I have a chance to actually get some medals? Oh, brother, I don't have any medals, but especially for the Gathering heroes, getting these spells higher level is definitely going to support the Gathering speed. About the PvP heroes, oh, I can actually give an example. I think I have for the Muan some skills. Yeah, you're going to get more faster the benefits, especially for the Gathering heroes. Now, the Gathering is something that is extremely important for this game. So if you have opportunity to actually, I even gonna do that right now with the Darius the Great. I think one of the spells here is not necessary after launching a normal attack, so I'm going to, I think I'm going to buy this one. So yeah, I'm going to buy it if I can right now. Unlock after specific reaches 56. Okay, he actually needs some level. So I have to level up him. Now I understand why I didn't buy this spell, because I have a couple other legions that I want to level up. And here's the thing, is one, the level up is completely different for investing in the hero. So I try to level up a couple legions. You're going to need them in the arena, you're going to need them in many places. And the more higher the amount of troops, the better, you know? So that's why I'm leveling up my heroes. At this point, I actually put aside the Gathering heroes, but the skills can support you greatly, especially the Gathering heroes. The more fast you get these skills, the more resources you're going to gather over time. For example, if you did it before 3 months, you're going to get this maybe 15% gathering speed before 3 months, and this can be a result in tons of resources. And speaking about the skills, well, let's say just because there is a skills that you can actually buy is not actually mean you have to buy it. Again, I'm going to say about the heroes and prioritize the heroes you're going to use, so you can actually buy the skills for them. Now, the good thing is the skills is not that expensive. You can basically just collect some of these Imperial coins and you can buy any of the skills. If you spend something in the battle pass, most likely there is going to be some opportunities to get some spells. I mean, this universal spells is actually battle pass. Where is the battle pass? Do we have something? I didn't actually check it out. Do we have some skills here? Oh, we have a hammers. This is very good. This is the only thing I actually buy from the VIP shop, just to mention that, you know. Right now, well, I don't see anything. Maybe there is going to be, I think I saw a couple times a chance, but yeah, all 20 of these hammers. But yeah, you can get the skills, the legendary skills. I think it's like 8k, so it's not that expensive. And something that you have to keep in mind, if you spend your only in-game currency, which is Imperial coins on the at the wrong places, you're just going to slow you down by a lot. Mark my words. Be extremely clever with the resources you have. You're going to learn some basic economics, economy, let's say it like this. Some economy that is going to help you not only in the game, it's basically everywhere. So if this video helped you somehow, don't forget to hit one like and subscribe for more Age of Empire Mobile. Also, let me know in the comments which is the biggest mistake you actually make, so we can actually learn and try to not actually do this mistake. And of course, see you in the next video.